and I have created basic intro of the Python, especially that he will be using from data science point of view. So this is how you can see this is my first cell, or you can call it a paragraph. So if you want to print anything, it's a simple print. You don't have to print any slash n for the next line or something like that. It automatically does, and you can run the code, and uh, you can print it. You can see the output here. Now, if you print simply Python, it will give the error. It will say that this variable is not defined. In second, you can define a variable like this: Python is equal to 5555. The beauty of Python is that in other programming language, you have to define what is the data type, whether it's a float, it's an integer, it's a string, or anything like that. Here, you don't need to do anything. The Python will take care of it. So if you print like this, you declare a variable Python is equal to 5555, and if you can print it, it becomes 5555. So now let's come to the Python data structure. So we have many kind of data structure in Python. So one is called list, and the second is called tuple, and one is dictionary. So if you see for list, this is your list statement. If you see within this parenthesis, you will see it's an array. So list is defined by closing and opening and closing square bracket, and then you can declare all the values in the list. So it is 101, and tuple is something like this. So for tuple, you need to have these kind of braces. So this is tuple, and if you print it, you can show the, so you are able to you are able to print the list and tuples.
What is the difference between list and tuple
I
and
will
array?
tell you there is a difference. There is a difference, mutable or immutable. So I will come to that how it can be done. Why how the tuple is different from the list.
Okay.
So here I have three type of data variable. One is list, the L, T is tuples, and D is the dictionary. So dictionary is always declared by this thing, curly braces, and it is a key value pair. So now let's say I want to find out what is the data type. So for data type, you can directly use the Python function called type, and you give your variable name. So I want to print the type of L, type of T, and type of D. So if I print it, I can see first is list, second is tuple, and last one is dict. So this is your dictionary. If you want to access specific element on key value pair of dictionary, so you have to give the name of the dictionary. In braces, you have to give the name of the key. So if I print this, I can print the Gurgaon. Now we have something called length function. So in length, you have declared here. So what is the length here? L is 3, L is 4, and here L is 1. So you can print their different lengths in one statement, 3, 4, 1. So that's how you can do. Now, if you print 101, you can directly print it 101. So this print is not, since you haven't given the list here like this. So it is simply printing 101 one by one. Otherwise, if you print like this, it will be printed as a list. So it is only print statement. Now, if I do the type of 101, can you guess what will happen here if I do the type of 101? If somebody can guess, if I print, will it print tuple or anything else?
It will print the same way as 341 was there. So
No, it
101.
will print the error because to define a tuple,
That's a
it
bracket,
has
right?
to be parenthesis like this.
Got
Now you can print it tuple. So all the tuple has to be there in that these braces, and for list it has to be square braces. Now, here in the Python, you can have any type of. Sorry, I forgot to add. Like you can have something like str also. Str is equal to, let's say, some name. Like say my name is Bharat, and if I do type of str, so it will print a string also. So here in the list you can have any type of whether it can be integer or it can be float. It can be mix of all data type. So and it is going to print. So it everything is here in the class only. So it is printing class is the list here. You can have list inside another list also. So this is one single integer float number. This is some character. This is integer and this is list inside list. So you can have like this. Let's say you want to print only 10. So what is the index of last element? 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I do print of last element 3, it will print only 8, 9, 10. But if you print the another 2 here, it is going to print only 10. So are you getting my point here?
Index of
Bharat,
second character,
uh,
right?
s- sorry,
Hello?
yeah, come on
Yeah?
this side, Bharat.
Yeah.
What is, so I get it when you put list 2, 3, and we are indexing the third column, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And when you put 2, okay, then 0, 1, 2, 8 is 0, 1 is 9, and 2 is 10. Okay, I get
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. So you can have a lot of nesting like that.
Okay,
So maybe you can have one more list here inside. So if you print three number here, you will have 13, 14, and then again you can have one. And if it is out of range, it will give the error. List out of index.
okay,
So you can have a lot of nesting like this. So you can have a lot of complex data in one list. So that's why it is very easy for anyone who is not from programming background. You don't need to worry about data type, memory management, allocation of memory. All that is done by the background. So it is for the people who their focus is on something else, but not much on the programming side. Okay. So let's say you want to change the type of something. So for example, my type is 3.2. So this is float. So if I pass it in the int function, it becomes 3.
Okay.
And if I pass int or something in the type function, it will print its type.
Hmm.
Okay. So let's run this one by one. So first is 3.2. So after passing it to int function, it is converted 3.2 to 3 only, and the 3 is printed. First line. Second line, what I am doing, I am for above expression this thing, I am passing in type function, and then it will print what is the type of this thing. It becomes int now. It's no more float. 3.2 is converted into int, and then int type is printed by this type function. Similarly, for float, I need to change for float is here. Uh, 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 uh,
Up.1.
float is here. Yeah, and it becomes a float. Okay. If you have to change the, if you have to comment a block of the code, you can do it like this. Just three top three. So maybe I will
भारत एक बारी string
add
22 का output दिखाना print
किसका?
string 22.
Yeah. So 22 is a integer, right?
Hmm. Print.
So I'll do it like a is equal to 22 str. I think I missed the actual function. Mradul, do you know how to
Suppressing
convert
dot
it to?
zero. I don't know if that is the case.
It it should be A instead of 22, I think.
Oh, sorry, it's the same thing only. Yeah, but to change to from this to string, uh, uh, but generally what you can do if you have I'll see this, maybe I might be using some wrong function, so that's why it's erroring out. Maybe I'll change why it is happening.
Okay.
But you can change this thing. So I'll comment these two.
हाँ, मेरा क्वेश्चन बेसिकली ये था कि अगर स्ट्रिंग का सिंटैक्स ठीक भी होता तो 22 को जब स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट करते तो प्रिंट तो 22 ही होता, राइट?
नहीं, लेकिन वो ऐसे होता. It would have been taken as a string, not as a number.
Bharat, you can try 22.str.
अच्छा, हाँ. So वो ऐसे होता. अगर मैं इसको प्रिंट करूंगा ना,
ए हाँ
प्रिंट ए, अगर ये करूंगा ना, तो it will not show as a it will show as 11, but if I print its type of A,
हाँ,
then it will be showing as a class as
अच्छा,
string.
got it.
It is not integer. You can't do any math operation here.
ठीक है.
So क्या str dot this thing, no?
22.str. You can try 22.str.
नहीं, I think ये देखना पड़ेगा मुझे.
Just 22.str, not with.
Okay.
Or you can use dot formatting. That is a good technique. Double quotes, dot format,
Double quotes.
dot format.
अच्छा, oh. Okay, I'll get back to this.
Yes. Raise inside.
Yeah. So main thing is I wanted to come to this eval thing. So what eval is does, so for example, if I do some expression 3 plus 7 and in these quotes, it will be taken as a string only. But when I do the eval of this function, it will be converted into and it will do the math computation on that. So that is the beauty of eval. So its application is like this. In config file, you will have some formula written, but you can simply do in your program, you can use the formula and simply do the eval of this. So your formula will be executed. So that's how you can do the eval. So this is the case. I'll check with the str why it is not working. Okay, so now these are the point of the variable. Variable is generally, for any variable, the basic approach is that we use the lowercase and separated by underscore, which is any standard normal programming. We don't use the hyphen in between, and we don't start any variable which is starting from the digits. So like you can't have something like 2x or something like that. Two is see any Python keywords, they will be highlighted in green color or something like that. So if you write it 2 here, it will show this 2x. And second is that you don't use these Python keywords, inbuilt key functions or keywords in your variables. So you can't have a variable with the name of break or something like that. That I think is applicable for all the programming languages. So basic, you can set your variable like this: x is equal to 2, and if you print it, it will be 4. Here, beauty is that you can do the simultaneous assignment. So if you do I is equal to j is equal to k is equal to 1, it looks something like mathematics, but if you print it, it will print 1 1 1.
Got it.
So I don't think it is available in any other languages. So you can print ijk is equal to 4 also. Now, let's say x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. The normal approach, if you want to swap the number, this is the normal logic. You will have the temp, you will assign the y value here, x value to y, and then y to x and x to temp. So if you print x, y, it becomes, it initially it is 4, 5, it becomes 5, 4. It is normal logic. But if you want to do it in Pythonic way, you can do it like this. X is equal to y is equal to x, and you can simply change it.
xy equal to yx. Very simple.
Yeah. So it's more like mathematics. So x comma y is equal to y comma x. So whole so much for 4 5 line of code you can do it in like one line.
Got it.
Okay, let's do some. These are the basic string operations. So we have seen what is for plus. Uh, exactly same like all the, like if you want to do a x minus y or x into y, x exponential, reminder, float, decision, you can do any operation.
ये जो रिमाइंडर है ये टाइप कहाँ से होता है, ये वाला कैरेक्टर मुझे तो कभी देखा ही नहीं मैंने। ये
कौन सा?
रिमाइंडर
ये परसेंटेज है ना?
ये परसेंटेज है, अच्छा ठीक है।
हाँ हाँ. Now we'll do string operation, which is more, something different here. So let's say you have two words, a hello, and these are the two string operation. Both are str format only, and if you do a plus b, it will do the concatenation. So you can print hello world.
Got it.
So you don't need to use any concat function or something like that in other like you do in the programming languages. And let's say if I do some here integer here, it will fail. It can't concat one string with another integer. But if you make it like this, it will be hello 11.
Cool.
Now what it will do? Can somebody guess? Hello multiplied by 4.
A times 4. Ideally it should type hello 4 times.
Exactly. And a plus b into 2?
Hello 11 2 times.
Hello 11.
Hello 11, hello 11.
11. Okay. Now we do some operation like, what is a plus b? We can do it like a. A is equal to a plus b. You can write it a plus equal to b. You have some a. Basic formula is basic standard thing is that a is equal to something a and then operation and b. That can be rewritten as a op equal and b. So your op could be anything. It could be plus, it could be minus, it could be reminder, it could be anything. So that you can like it like this. Nobody say a plus b. It looks more beautiful in Pythonic way to write your code like this. That's it. Otherwise, you
This
can
is the
use
first thing which looks very strange to me, that why would I want to write it this way? Why not simply write a plus b? Maybe it will save 2 characters, that's it.
yeah.
1 character actually, yeah.
Yeah, one character. Yes, exactly. So
डबल ऑब्लिक से क्या होता है? तो नंबर 6 है, like plus minus multiply divide
डबल ऑब्लिक्स का ये था ना
integer
इंटीजर
division.
डिवीजन.
Okay.
Now we'll come to the conditions. So
डबल स्क्वायर से डबल एस्टेरिस्क से 7 नंबर पे स्क्वायर हो रहा है, राइट? बट स्क्वायर कैसे हो सकता है? a into b दोनों
To
कॉमन
the
है.
power, it's to the
a
power.
to the power b, a to the power b.
Okay.
A to the power b.
Now you can check the condition ki 1 is equal to 1. So it will say true.
Okay.
If it is type, it will say false. So you can check the conditions like this. So now you will say 1 into 1 का type क्या है? What is the type of this? It will be Boolean.
Okay.
So you can check the type of, so you can do like if true or something like that, like if if 1 equal to 1, if this condition is true, then do something. It's like that. You don't need to put in parentheses also, you can do like this also.
Okay.
Okay,
और
so
इसमें
no braces, nothing.
ये भरत इसमें ट्रिपल इक्वल भी होता है क्या?
ट्रिपल इक्वल का नहीं है, तो बूलियन मैच के लिए डबल इक्वल होता है, but there is some
नहीं
triple
ट्रिपल इक्वल
equal.
भी होती है
I have to see. हाँ?
बाकी देख लेते हैं.
ट्रिपल इक्वल भी होती है.
नहीं ये नहीं ऑपरेटर मैचिंग के लिए डबल ही होता है. सी दीज आर द ऑपरेटर मैचिंग व्हिच इज कमिंग डाउन हियर.
ट्रिपल इक्वल भी आता है, जैसे कि इसको वैल्यू प्लस उसका टाइप दोनों मैच कराना होता है ना, तो ट्रिपल इक्वल बेसिकली जैसे सी शार्प में भी होता है, नोड.जेएस में भी होता है, मतलब जावास्क्रिप्ट में भी होती है. मतलब ये पूछ रहा था ऐसा इसमें है या नहीं है, बस उसमें
मैंने
ये
देखा है but I am not sure where it is used.
Can you try just one triple equal to 1?
No, it is fairly.
Condition आ गया था.
Not here, not here. Above 1,
Which one here?
above that. Yeah.
Same thing will happen, no?
Similar.
मे भी नहीं होता होगा, मैं चेक कर लेता हूँ तब तक में भी. एक सेकंड.
Now we'll coming to the if condition. So let's say if x is equal to 10, then I am checking if x is greater than 0, or sorry, I mean these are the if condition. You can check like this. So these are the if conditions. So if x is greater than 0, you can say x again. So it is meshed here. So you can check different conditions like this. And if you don't want to do anything, you can type the pass also. So for example, I don't want to print anything here. I'll just do pass. So it is not doing anything, and it's going to here to check this. So similar, like if you want to check if x is equal to odd or even, so you can say if x, if this reminder division by 2 and reminder is 0, it is 0. Otherwise, it is or even or odd value. So I just to show how if and else are written in this Python. Now we can check if x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 2. If these two values are equal, it is equal. If x is greater, you can say x is greater. It is just to show the elif statement. So else if, just to show that you can have the elif statement here, and it's coming in the last. X is smaller. X is smaller than y. So it's just for that purpose. Now let's say x is equal to 6, and I want to check whether this x is between 0 and 10. So you can do two if condition in normal way. X is equal to greater than 0, yeah, it will pass. X is less than 0, then I can say x is between 0 and 10. But in Python, you can write it like this also. You can put two if condition together, right?
Okay.
So you can do like this. Same thing, how you can do in different way, that's I'm telling. Now you can have everything without these braces also. Very mathematical way. If x is equal to greater than 0 and x is equal to less than 10, it will work.
Okay.
So same thing you can do. So this is like a very basic thing. This is bit advanced, and this is slightly better. Now you can put everything in single brace also, then also it will work. Now this is the most Pythonic way. If x is between 0 and 10, it will work. You don't need to have so much nested if condition or so many condition. It's very simple. If x is between 0 and 10, it will work. And you don't need to have braces also. Then even it is very simplified. If x is between 0 and 10, it will work. So same thing. So what I will do, I will prefer the last one. So this is how you can check condition. So any question as of now?
No, all good.
No.
Okay. These are very basic what we will be using in data science, and you don't need to know other library for print, for OS, for that we don't use in data science. So it is only for the basic Python, and just to show how the code can be written in Pythonic way, in very minimum loops, minimum for loops, in simple one line kind of code. So that is the beauty of Python. You can write it in very Pythonic way. So now here a divided by 0, if I do, it will give the division by 0 problem, right? 10 cannot be divided by 0. So it will not show infinity. It will say the error division by 0 is not possible.
Mhm.
So if you are scared that your denominator can be 0, so rather than doing like this, you can do in try and accept. So it will not error out here.
Okay.
So you will not get the error here like this here. You will only get what your print statement is there. So you can have your expression in try, and in accept. If it is failing, it will show division by 0 is not possible. I can write anything here. Whatever is my print statement high, it will just print high. So now we'll come to loops. What type of loops? Basically for loops and for loop and while loop. So it is like your starting point is n, and you have to keep on printing by incrementing 1 until it becomes 18. Simple. 14. So like that. Oh yeah.
But Bharat, the condition is n less than 18, so shouldn't it be printed to 17?
Sorry, which one?
The while condition
In
n
66.
less than 18,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not less than equal to 18. So why is it printing 18? So when the condition matches n equal to 18, it should break out from the loop, isn't it? Instead of printing 18.
Maninder, the statement is n plus equal to 1. So n is
It will.
incremented in the next
Yeah,
line.
it is
N is equal
incremented.
to n
Okay,
plus
so
1.
in the loop,
When
oh,
n was 17, n was
It
incremented to
became
18 and
18.
then
okay, that's why loop start. Okay, print start from 14 instead of 13.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
It is just to display you can break at some condition also. So as and when if you get your reminder is equal to 1, it will not do anything. So that's just to show that you can have a break statement at any condition. You can break your while loop. Now this is for loop. For loop is very simple. You will have for, you will have some variable in, and then it is list. So if you type range 2 to 8, this is a function.
भारत एक क्वेश्चन है,
If
सॉरी, ऊपर वाले में ही.
uh-huh,
सो मैंने यहाँ पे n डिवाइडेड बाय 2 करा, तो ठीक है, 12 30 आ गया. एंड ये जो सेकंड इफ है, एक्चुअली जो इकलौता इफ है, जो सेकंड लास्ट लाइन है, ये पॉसिबल यहाँ पे रिमाइंडर दिखाता है, राइट?
ये चेक करेगा अगर रिमाइंडर 1 होगा तो ये लूप से ब्रेक हो जाएगा. तो जैसे 615 आता है ना, तो 615 डिवाइडेड बाय 2 करोगे तो
नहीं, बट
उसका
615
जो रिमाइंडर 1 आएगा.
इज माय क्वेश्चन.
क्या
मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि प्रिंट
प्रिंट
n
पहले
तक
कर लेना,
ठीक है,
प्रिंट हम पहले कर लिए ना उसके.
लेकिन 615 प्रिंट नहीं होना चाहिए था ना. प्रिंट तो सिर्फ n होना चाहिए था, जो 1230 है इस केस में फिलहाल. उसके बाद जब ये कंडीशन होती है तो n इस समय 1230 है, उसको 2 से डिवाइड करा और रिमाइंडर इक्वल टू 1 है कि नहीं के बेसिस पे नहीं था, इसलिए उसने ब्रेक कर दिया, क्योंकि रिमाइंडर ऑफ कोर्स यहाँ पे 0 है.
या
तो प्रिंट क्यों करा
नहीं, उस
615
केस
इज माय
में ब्रेक
क्वेश्चन.
नहीं होगा गौरव.
नहीं,
गौरव,
अगर रिमाइंडर 0
अगर
तो ब्रेक
रिमाइंडर
नहीं होगा,
1 होता
वो
है
चलता
तो
रहेगा.
ब्रेक होना.
चलता रहेगा वो. रिमाइंडर 1 होते ही ब्रेक होगा वो.
तो 0 डालना एक बारी.
रिमाइंडर 1 नहीं था.
जीरो
0 पे तो ब्रेक ही हो जाएगा ना, शुरू में पहले पे ही ब्रेक हो जाएगा. रिमाइंडर 0 आ रहा है.
हाँ, और अब 1 डालो. तो अब रिमाइंडर 1 नहीं मिल रहा तो भी ब्रेक हो रहा है, और 0 वाले केस में मिल रहा था तो भी ब्रेक हो रहा था.
ये जब तक करता रहे, जब तक डिवाइड करता रहेगा, जब तक कि इसको रिमाइंडर जो आप चाहते हो ना वो मिल नहीं जाए। तो जैसे है ना, मैं दो रिमाइंडर चेक कर रहा हूँ,
हम्म,
तो ये करता जा रहा है, जब तक इसको 2 रिमाइंडर नहीं मिल जाता ना, तब तक ये एन प्रिंट कर रहा है।
अच्छा, तो ये एग्जैक्ट 2 की बात नहीं हो रही है, 2 से बड़े की बात हो रही है क्या? क्योंकि
नहीं,
अगर
यहाँ पे जब 2 का मल्टीपल इसे नहीं मिला ना,
हाँ,
उसको प्रिंट वो पहले करवा रहा है, बट उसके बाद अब
बट
615 इज नॉट
मॉन्टी
अ 2 का
1230 है ना,
मल्टीपल नहीं है।
देखो n की वैल्यू
हाँ,
1230 है ना इस समय।
नहीं नहीं, देखो पहले एन 2460 हुआ, वो पहली बारी में उसने उसको डिवाइड करा, और प्रिंट एन में 1230 उसको प्रिंट करवाने के बाद
हाँ,
उसने कंडीशन चेक करी कि क्या 1230 को अगर 2 से डिवाइड करते हैं तो रिमाइंडर 1 बचता है, तो
नहीं
नहीं
बचा।
बचता, 0 बचता है, तो लूप दोबारा चलेगा। ये लूप तब ब्रेक होगा जब रिमाइंडर 1 बचेगा एग्जैक्टली में। तो लूप रिमाइंडर हमारा 0 बच रहा है, तो लूप सेकंड टाइम दोबारा चला, उसने 1230 को दोबारा 2 से डिवाइड करा, प्रिंट
615
ऑन
आया।
करा 615, और 615 को जब 2 से डिवाइड करा तो रिमाइंडर 1 बच
रिमाइंडर
रहा है,
आया
दैट
तब ब्रेक हुआ।
पॉइंट
अच्छा,
उसने
ठीक
ब्रेक
है,
कर
ठीक है,
दिया।
ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, समझ गया।
सो अब लूप पे आ जाते हैं। रेंज 2 to 8 हो रहा है, राइट? तो 2 to 8 2 to 8 रेंज क्या करेगा? 2 से 8 तक एक लिस्ट प्रिंट करता है। तो if I run in for I in range 2 to 8, it will print 2 to till 7. I mean one before 8, 2 to 8. So if I do it to 12, it will print till 11. So I can print like in the for loop like this.
या तो दोनों इंक्लूड कर लेने चाहिए थे सिंटैक्स में 2 और 8 भी, या फिर 3 से 7 भी करना चाहिए थे। ये हमेशा
एक
याद
एक
रखना
तरह
पड़ेगा।
होता है उसका, ऐसा है।
हम्म,
तो जैसे मेरे पास एक लिस्ट है या एक टपल है मेरे पास, ये ब्रेसेस में है ना टपल,
हाँ, हाँ,
मुझे हर एक टपल का है ना वैल्यू प्रिंट करवाना है, या मुझे हर एक लिस्ट का वैल्यू प्रिंट करवाना है। ओनली वंस आई हैव टू प्रिंट, एंड देन आई कैन रन द लूप इन द एनी स्ट्रिंग आल्सो। सो इफ आई रन इट, यू कैन सी फर्स्ट 2 प्रिंट हो रहा है, 4 प्रिंट हो रहा है, 6 7 4 2 4 6 8, then I am
वो टपल
giving some separator 11 12 or everything. But if you give the string, it will print its own, each and every character.
गॉट इट।
So you can so in most of the programming language you will do the split and all that, put it in array and then do it like this. Here you can simply print each and every character in this. Now this is very important that we'll use a lot in data science. This is variable access and slicing. Let's say I have one variable Bharat, and if I print name is equal to 0th index, can you guess what will be the answer?
लॉगिन हो रहा है?
B.
अरे फोन से तो हो जाएगा।
And what will be the length of name?
नहीं, लेकिन मैं तो कर रहा हूँ फोन से कर लेते हैं, उसमें क्या है?
6.
करने से तो अच्छा है फोन से सिस्टम आपको उधर।
So how can I print length of the 6? So if I print the sixth element, length of sixth is nothing but 6. So if I print the sixth element, can you guess what will be the answer here?
T.
It will be our output. It starts from 0. So it is 0 to 5. But if you do length of the variable -1, you can print the last character T.
भरत एक बारी 76 वाला दोबारा समझाओगे? नेम इक्वल टू भरत और नेम 0, वो एक्चुअली बीच में फोन आ गया था। सॉरी, राघव ज्वाइन कर रहा है, ज्वाइन कर लिया होगा उसमें शायद। डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया क्या? नहीं, हाँ आ गया, राघव आ गया। ये वाला दोबारा समझा दो।
हो गया
So
सो नेम
uh,
भरत हमने स्ट्रिंग उसमें स्टोर कर लिया, और नेम 0 से क्या हो रहा है?
एक मिनट में इसका आउटपुट क्लियर कर देता हूँ ताकि क्लियर। ओके, so this is my variable Bharat, okay,
हम्म,
and if I print name and this is my index,
हम्म,
0th value,
हम्म।
so can you guess what it will be?
बी होना चाहिए नेम 0,
And what will be the length?
लेंथ 6 है।
Okay, correct. Now if I print length of name is nothing but your 6, right?
हम्म,
So if I print the sixth element of name, what will be the
टी आ
answer?
जाएगा, टी आ जाएगा, ठीक है।
यहाँ फेल होगा क्योंकि इंडेक्सिंग 0 से चालू होती है।
आउट ऑफ रेंज हो जाएगा, 5 आना चाहिए था।
5. So if I do length -1, then it will be t.
समझ गया।
Now
इसमें वो
you
चीजें
can
भी होती
access
है,
the
इसमें वो चीजें भी होती है कि मैं लेफ्ट के 2 कैरेक्टर टाइप कर लूं BH और राइट के 2 कर लूं।
हाँ वो सब नीचे आएगा.
ओके
So let's say now name here, this brace is nothing but index, but if we give this colon in index, these dots, it is simply the same as printing everything of that variable or that list, whatever it is. So it is not only for the string, it can work for some list also. So let's say you have list like this, some 1 2 11 13, and if you print L like this, it will print everything out. So it can work on tuples also, right? It can work on tuples also. So you can print everything. So that slicing is very beautiful technique here, and you can do a lot of things with the slicing here. Okay, we'll come in. Now I want to print between 1 index to 4 index. You can give like this. So it is printing HAR, 1 index, 1 to 3, 1 2 3, 3 index. So the fourth is not included, but 1 is included. On left hand side it's included, on right hand side it's not included.
Okay.
But if I want to say that till 2 I want to print, so I want to print only 0 and 1.
BHA or BH?
No, 0 and 1. BH only.
Sorry, right वाला include नहीं होगा.
Okay, if I want to print anything after second index,
AR18.
So you can slice your string like that. Now if I want to print last element, see last element we printed like this. You took the length and then -1 and then you took. But you know it starts from 0 to 1, but it starts from minus also. So last element will be -1, 1 before that. So T will be -1, A will be -5, like that.
Oh.
So if you print like name -1, it will print again T.
Okay.
So you can slice your string like that, and we do a lot of slicing in data science. So let's say you have to slice some row, some value, you have some data frame, some column. So I want to slice these row, these columns. So the same thing slicing also we do. You know, you'll take only that much data. So that's how it works.
Bharat, one thing here.
Yeah.
-1, how did it work? I didn't get.
So if you're indexing starting from 0, it starts from opposite direction also. So this will be -1, this will be -2, this will be -3, like that.
Okay, 2 sides.
Yeah, so it starts from 0 and backward it starts from -1. So now you have fruit is equal to mango, and I want to change it to tango. So can I simply assign a 0th index equal to T here?
Sounds good to me.
It will not work because strings are immutable.
Oh.
You can't change once your string is defined. So what is the hack? I will take the fruit, I will take any character after 1 and append T with that. Are you getting? फ्रूट का एक के बाद मैंने सब कुछ ले लिया और पहला नहीं लिया, पहले की जगह मैंने T लगा दिया.
Got it.
So you can do, so this is the hack. So anywhere you working on immutable thing, so string and tuples are immutable, list is mutable. So that's the difference between list and tuples.
Okay.
Now you want to find out at what index this go is there in mango. So fruit dot find and just give what you want to find here. So it will say index number 3. 0
1 2
yeah, 0 1 2 and 3 से चालू हो जाता है ना go. Now I want to change it to its case from mango. Here I have done twice. N is happening twice. So N is at 0 1 2 index and last index also. but it will show wherever it occurs the first time.
First.
Now, if I want to make it to uppercase,
And if you want second n index,
then you have to write your program. तो logic लगाना पड़ेगा. But Python does like this. If you want to use it like this, does like this. So you can do like this. You can take the first, you will split it again, then you will search in the remaining second part of the split.
okay.
So you can do like that. So you will have to use bit of logic there.
कुछ वैसा नहीं हो सकता कि you can count the occurrences of n. जैसे अगर मुझे पहले से पता हो कि 2 ही है तो मैं -1 से काम चला लेता इस बारी. बट अगर मुझे
So occurrence से का भी एक function होता है. In the list you can check. मैंने I haven't put in tutorial, but you can count the occurrence of given this thing. Oh, simple count. Sorry, simple count. Just a minute.
count
Uh,
fruit dot count bracket n.
हाँ. Fruit.
n.
So n is happening twice, but it is not showing all the indexes where it is happening. For that you have to do find only. So what you can do, you can find out the index here and 2. So you can
फिर उसको
split anything after 2, right? You can split anything after 2, no? So if you split anything after 2, sorry.
नहीं पहले तो find डालो fruit dot.
No. So if you split not 2 or 2 plus 1 if you do. So now the first n is gone and remaining is gone. Now here in this you can do your the index of this.
Dot
So you can find out what index of this,
Bharat,
and you can count the total at what index it is happening.
Would it be find or
Bharat,
something
ये
like
इसके-
that? Is there any function?
There might be, but
Find n.
I didn't check it. There might be function to get the index of all the occurrences. I'm
Just
sorry.
try find.
Bharat sir,
Just try find all.
हाँ? Find
तो
all.
भरत सर
हाँ बोलो. No. Yeah, मतलब
n, (2) आप लिखोगे?
हाँ, may be possible. No.
कॉमा स्टार्ट और एंड का रहता है, इसमें लॉजिक है. आप एक बार शिफ्ट स्पेस दबा के देखो कि उसमें उसके वो इंस्ट्रक्शन देता है. शिफ्ट टैब फाइंड के अंदर,
find के अंदर.
फाइंड विद इन ब्रैकेट शिफ्ट टैब. हाँ, यहाँ पे इस पे प्लस करो, आप इस पे इंस्ट्रक्शन. इसमें आप
So you
सबस्ट्रिंग
find
दे सकते हो. स्टार्ट
substring दे
और
सकते हैं.
हाँ, तो आप इसमें अगर जैसे आपका 2 है ना, तो कॉमा 3 और कॉमा 6 करके देखो आप जरा.
No.
3 स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 3. अभी ये सेकंड ऑकरेंस आ गया.
हाँ, so you get the
The
first
find
occurrence.
between the third and the sixth value index.
Yeah, so again you to find out the exact occurrences you have to use some logic only. It's not straightforward.
हाँ वो तो need based पे you'll need to see what all functions are available.
So here you can change here. So you can change the uppercase. Here you can change B0. You can print the B0. Again same thing. It will fail. It is out of index. If you do length of this thing, it will say you are same thing you're doing till 2 0 1 is this thing. If you want to print everything, this is 3 4 5 6. Between 2 and 3 5 6. Anything after 1, anything before 4, or last thing. You can do math operation also. So what is 13 minus 3? 13 minus 10 is 3. So it will print the 3 index of B.
Okay.
And list ka is simple, min max sum you can find out. You can check if 3 is there in the B. Yeah, true. You can check if high is there in the B, high is not present. It will say false. So again, those slicing thing, which it is the same thing that we did on the other string, not different. Again B, okay. This is 0 to 9 you can print, okay. But you can do it like this, I, J and K. So it will print between 0 to 9, but at the step of 3.
You hear the grammar? Could you hear the
So first it will print the first element at 0, then it will take the 3 jump and it will go to 4,
It's a language,
then 7,
programming language.
and then 10.
Indian way of learning. I'm also learning.
So you can specify your steps also like that. So this is start, this is end -1, and how many steps you are taking. Can you find out, can you tell what will be the answer of this? B, one is list B, so another is B plus B is what? These are integers.
String these are integers. अरे यार double आना चाहिए फिर तो, but
No, it will add each element, or it will concat to list.
I think it will add.
Edit concat. So exactly like what we did in this thing. And same thing, you can repeat your, so let's say you have one list you want to repeat 11 times. So you can do like this. Or 2 into B or B into 2 is the same thing only. It doesn't make any difference here. And B into 3 is, it's doing 3 times, adding the same, it is making a new list with the same element, same set of element happening 3 times. Now I can change the value here. I can change, it's immutable. So the first element मैंने change कर दिया, 3 से मैंने 13 कर दिया. Yeah. Now you want to assign some value for 0, 1 and 2, right? This starting from 1 and ending this -1. So this -1 is 2. So I want to assign 2 values. So 0 and 1 के लिए I want to assign 14 and 15. So you can assign like this in the list. So 13 तो I already changed, and these 2 element also I changed, 14, 15. And if I do like this sum, it will error out because I want to assign left hand side there are only two elements, and right hand side there are 3 elements. Oh, this is inserting, sorry. It has inserted one more thing.
उसने second वाले को मैं दोनों ले लिए 2 पे.
हाँ, और बीच में एक इंसर्ट कर दिया. So let's say मुझे 999 करना है, तो मैंने इंसर्ट कर दिया इसमें.
लेकिन अब अगर मैं इंसर्ट होने के बाद कॉल करूं से 012, अगर अब मैं 2 कॉल करूंगा तो 15,999 आएगा या सिर्फ 15 आएगा इस इंसर्ट हो जाने के
अब तो नया वैल्यू साइन हो गया ना.
ठीक है, तो अब सिर्फ 15 आएगा 2 पे.
हाँ 15 आया. तो ये वाला ये था, तो इनिशियली तो it is assigning, so the whole elements have changed.
ठीक है.
3, 4 is only one element, 3, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So like the P is equal to ABCD.
सेम ही हो जाएगा, ABCD आ जाएगा.
Yeah, ABCD हो जाएगा. हाँ, so what I say here is that I am changing the value of P, but value of Q also changes. So what it is doing, when you do equal to something, it is actually showing these are 2 different variables, but their memory address is same only.
Okay.
So if you change in one thing, the change will be reflected in another also. So this thing I wanted to show.
Okay.
So now we will come to the lambda function. So what it is doing a power b. So it's here like a power b, So if I print 5 to the power 4, it prints 625. But same thing I can do using lambda function. Lambda function is a pseudo function where you don't define you don't define your function like this. In Python, you always define a function with def. You don't need to do. You simply write a lambda. This function is accepting two variable a and b, and you are right hand side is what you are going to return. So in one line, you can write one lambda function. You can do so many things. You can do like let's say math, import math. So what I am doing, I am not doing a power b. I am doing a power exponential of b. So first I'll take the exp of b, and then I'm doing a power of that exponential of b. So yeah, it is printing like that. So even more complex functions also you can write like this in using lambda functions.
एक चीज टाइप करोगे जस्ट फॉर शरारत, प्रिंट करना है कि एक्सप्रेशन e टू द पावर स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 163
Square root of
163 और अब 163 के आगे मल्टीप्लाई करना पाई
pi.
हाँ। और अगर पाई से पहले मल्टीप्लाई को दोबारा से वो कर दो एक्सपोनेंशियल, यानी कि e टू द पावर स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 163 टू द पावर पाई.
You can have nested also like this. Sorry, कहीं तो चीज.
एक ब्रैकेट वहां पे खुला, ठीक है.
इसका सबसे अच्छा फंडा बताओ ना. You do like this. You do like this. What you want is one is
e
math.exp.
हाँ समझ गया. आप कह रहे हो तीनों वेरिएबल्स को अलग अलग ले लो और फिर a
अलग-अलग लो, रिप्लेस कर
b
दो.
asterisk c कर दो.
रिप्लेस कर दो तो it will be more Pythonic way.
समझ गया.
You can do the log of this also. Sorry, this is थोड़ा, yeah. I don't know what it does, but you can do more and more complex thing. So everything now you created your expression like this, you can put it in lambda function. So you can here like this. Okay, so your a is what 163 and b is what 3.14. Okay, and here you change 163 and 3.14. So कहीं तो कुछ
ये a अंडरस्कोर b में कुछ बीच में एक्सप्रेशन नहीं आएगा क्या, जो रो 3 है? a अंडरस्कोर
which
b
one?
के बाद जो रो 3 है, यहाँ पे आपने a अंडरस्कोर b को ब्रैकेट में 163 3.14 डिफाइन करा है, बीच में कुछ इक्वल टू वगैरह नहीं आएगा? नहीं, नीचे वाली लाइन में.
इसमें
नहीं, इसमें रो नंबर 3 जहाँ पे आपने लास्ट में 163 और 3. इसके अगली लाइन.
हाँ तो ये आई एम जस्ट कॉलिंग दिस फंक्शन विद दिस इनपुट्स a and b.
अच्छा.
So this is function. I mean this is instance for this function which is in this variable, and I am calling this instance.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. एक आधा ब्रैकेट इधर उधर हुआ होगा और कुछ नहीं.
हाँ कुछ ब्रैकेट हुआ होगा. We can change also, so it's not a big deal. So here it is a and here it is b. आ गया वही सेम वैल्यू आ गई. So I think what we have learned so far is good enough for us to proceed with the actual data science. Definitely, we can't finish everything in one session. So, how much is the time remaining now? Should we continue now, or we should take then another session?
ये मीटिंग रेस हुई थी 1 घंटे की,
Uh,
तो
Another session would be
I need at least 4 5 sessions. One will be for two session will be for pandas, two session will be for NumPy, and then two session will be for all these
किसी
visualization
को अगर
graphs
घर
and
पे
all.
प्रैक्टिस करना है जो आज तक सीखा है, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच यू वुड सेंड, और मुझे कुछ इंस्टॉल
I
करना
will
क्या करना है, ये
send. So
सब
it
कुछ.
will be good. I will send, and you play around with all these things. Do your own research. So once everything is in your mind, whatever I have taught, then it is good to proceed with the next session, which is more complicated. And if you can really do good the hands-on lambda functions and slicing, list slicing and lambda functions, those are really good starting point for your data wrangling.
हम्म. तो मुझे कुछ इंस्टॉल करना है.
Just install Anaconda.
ओके.
If you install Anaconda, it's simple like any window tool installation. Next, and then when you open the Anaconda, there will be on Jupyter. Jupyter notebook. Once you click on the Jupyter notebook, you will come to this page like this. You will come to this page like this, and it will be empty. I have so many notebooks, but for you it will be almost empty. You can upload the data also. So for example, if you have to upload some data file here, you can upload anything from here, and you can upload, you can create, and let's say I want to export this file, I want to locally download this file, I can download as Python notebook, and I will send this Python notebook to all of you.
Perfect.
And when you the first thing I did when you open the Python notebook, you just click here new, and it will open a new window, and you can change your name also. So something like now it is test 2. One more thing, let's say you want to apply some library of Python, which you want to use. That I will be definitely showing in my next session. So let's say you want to use some Python library. So how you are going to install that library? Anaconda comes with almost all the library that you need in data science. But let's say it's not there, assuming. So you can do very simple thing. Exclamation is nothing but it runs as a shell command here. Now it is running, not running as a Python code. It is running as a Unix terminal command. Pip is a tool that you use for Python library. Just do install, and let's say I want to install. Let's say I want to install something like logging, or let's say pandas only, and simply run it. Running keyword is shift and enter. Otherwise, you can run from here. This is for interrupt, or you can run your. You can run from here. Run cell. Otherwise, if you do the shift and enter, it is going to run as a shell command, and it is going to install. It's already installed, so it's not installing. And once you are done with this, you can download it, you can distribute, or you can do anything. Not only that, you can do a lot of. It's better to do some hands-on. Let's say you want to type some heading. So just type heading, and you can say this is this is for test, and run that cell, and it will be given as heading. And you can do, apart from code, there are a lot of things, markdown also, and RB convert also. I think you can write it like any code here, like print and I, and if you convert into RB convert, it is not basically code, it will not do anything. So you can write your commands here. Let's say you want to type something, you want to write something to explain someone, you can do in RB convert. So it's just all about exploring. So now you can write your code. but it is only for Python code. You can't write any other code. That's how. So it's good. I will send this my notebook to you, and you can do a lot of hands-on. You can play around with that, and you can. It's good if you do some hands-on on this, and then it's good. Then we'll proceed with pandas. Pandas is bit. It's very big content, so definitely we can't finish it. So next session we'll have these pandas. So it is there are a lot of things we can do here. So that's about it. I think that maybe for session we can have one more session. You can decide when you are comfortable with this. I will be sending my notebook.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Bharat.
अभी आप इंस्टॉलेशन के लिए लिंक भी भेज सकते हैं एनाकोंडा का, तो अच्छा रहेगा. मैंने करा तो है, कुछ चल ही रहा है उसमें. एक अजीब सा एरर मैसेज आ रहा था, so I'm not too sure if I'm doing the right thing.
No, if you do just download Anaconda on Google, it will come to just a minute. Something based on your OS.
Okay. हाँ ठीक है, ऑलमोस्ट हो गया.
Anaconda.
इंस्टॉल हो रहा है. Anaconda 3.20.02.
Yeah. And it is very simple thing. You can just download like any tool. Mine is Mac here, so I have downloaded it for Mac, and you can launch it just by clicking on that thing. Search it and click it. You land on this page. So this is nothing but it's like a web service. So it's running on localhost 888, and then these are so all these things are this is like your front end, and in back end your code is executed.
Okay.
Yeah. So the data science scientists love working with the Jupyter Notebook because it's more about exploration. They do a lot of exploratory things. So instead of writing one 10 line of code, you can just check your code in very chunks, 2 line, 3 line. Whatever the variable you define in one cell, it will be applicable for the next cell also. So like that it works. So you will love working with the Jupyter Notebook. I like Jupyter Notebook very much.
Okay.
But it is not for production. Once you have done your exploration,
then you copy
then
paste
you will
the
have
code
to
from
write
here to there.
module and class files and all that.
Sorry, Bharat, what is for production?
Product, it is only for the exploration, but you are done with the exploration, you have written your code, then you have to write like normal production grade code in which you will have classes, modules, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say I am doing some data wrangling here that which is doing the transpose of columns. A column to row, row to column, it is changing. So I can do it here, but when I need to do in a typical production, I will be writing some functions, some classes, some modules that you do in any software code. So their machine learning engineer guys do that part, and data scientist guys do this more of a exploratory thing on data.
Got it.
So that's about it. I will be sending this to all of you, and then you can definitely spend like 1 hour on that, or maybe you can do your own thing. Then we'll take up the next. We'll definitely need 5-6 sessions if you really want to learn data science for Python. Python for data science, sorry.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay, then I think that's about it from my side. I can stop sharing now. Anything that you want to ask?
No, all good.
Oh, we are good.
Thank
We are
you.
good, and thank you, Bharat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Bharat.
Okay, thanks. No
Bharat,
problem.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Bharat. It was an
Okay, see
interesting
you next
session, really.
time. Sure.